Guys, I don't know what Plarium is thinking. It seems like they have nerfed this Void Legendary Champion without telling anybody, and it really hurts this clan boss run that we're about to show you. And I think it hurts the champion, obviously, but also I think it hurts a lot of people who are relying on this champion. Like if this is your only Void Legendary, then you're gonna be really bummed when they receive this nerf, or maybe it's a bug. But either way, I think Plarium really needs to address this. That being said, for the video today, guys, I think it is a really cool composition that somebody showed me from one of my YouTube comments, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But please like this video, maybe leave a comment. The higher the engagement is, the more likely it is we're able to bring this bug and issue to Plarium's attention. Hey guys, Sam the Raid Man back here today with another video. Today, this is a super cool, very random video. I had a subscriber message me, Alpino or Alpino, on YouTube in one of my videos. It was shouting out the best clan boss damage dealers and poisoners. And I mentioned Dracomorph, and he said, I don't even think Dracomorph is the best Lizardman. I think Chagora is the best clan boss damage dealer in the Lizardman faction. And I said, Chagor? I don't I don't have this champion on my main account, but I don't think he places enough poisons. So let's go through his kit, and then I'm going to show the team that Alpino uses, and I think you guys will be pretty surprised with the damage here. So A1, 50% chance of placing sleep. Nothing crazy. Does hit kind of hard. AoE, A2, attacks all enemies 2 times. Chance of placing poison. Second hit is chance of placing decreased defense. So poison and decreased defense is good, but it is just 1 poison. A3 attacks 1 enemy then 1 time at random, so that's 2 hits on the clan boss. Does extra damage, or not does extra damage, ignores shield and block damage and unkillable, and then grants an extra turn if they kill anybody. Can't kill the clan boss, but it does hit pretty hard. And then the passive, I think, is what makes him kind of special. Constant Agony instantly attacks enemies with a default skill whenever they receive damage from poison debuffs placed by this champion. And then he heals himself. So that's where the extra damage comes from. He does some poisons, does decreased defense, and just is built for damage. And then basically every turn the clan boss goes, he's going to take damage from Chagor's poisons. And then he's just going to counterattack. So he basically gets free counterattacks every turn. We have him built with 1-star Brimstone, double Cruel set with 1 Perception. Total stats, 5.9k attack, 74% crit rate because we're going to have a crit rate buff. 270 crit damage and 213 accuracy. Accuracy is a little bit low, but because how fast he's going, he should be able to place them all. Let's go to the clan boss team that Alpino uses. We'll be fighting against Void. So he's using the Mythbuster team. I'll put a link to that down in the description below, which uses Cardiel's speed lead and block debuffs and cleanse to keep us affinity friendly. Theodore is replacing Lydia to basically give us increased speed, and he also does a lot of damage and some poison activation. He gives us increased speed, helps us keep our speed tune. Seeker helps us keep our speed tune. Demitha keeps us unkillable by placing block damage. And then we have Chaagur. In terms of how Chaagur is set up, the poison and decreased defense is a priority, and then I put this as his second priority just because I think it hits harder than the A1. So I will say one thing is to note about this clan boss team, which is good and bad, is it takes a little while and you get a ton of hits in on the clan boss. This team goes absolutely crazy. So the benefit of that is obviously you're doing a ton of damage. The downside to that is it just takes a while. It's a very slow run as far as unkillables go. Now, Alpino messaged me on Discord and we were taking a look at something, and I think it possibly is a glitch in the code. And he said it just happened recently. So Chagor has 2 counterattack accessories, or revenge accessories, each of which give you a 5% chance to counterattack every time he's hit. So 2 of them means he should have a 10% chance every time he's hit to counterattack. And he ran 4 runs yesterday, and this is my second run I've run with this team today, and he doesn't counterattack at all. So just hit there, no counterattack. And the clan boss is hitting him 30 to 40 times per clan boss run. Later in the run, at least in the first run I did, he was even the stun target. He doesn't get stunned, but he would hit him there, so he's hitting him every single time, and he still wouldn't counterattack. So let me show you first his passive. You'll see when the clan boss takes his turn that Chagor goes in with the A1, and that's based off of his passive. So we'll go a few more hits. Demitha will place block damage, and then you'll see it. Slow it down. So yeah, block damage. The clan boss is about to go. He takes damage. Chagor cuts in, hits him, 102,000, and that's where a ton of the extra damage comes from. but he just never counterattacks, basically. And I think there's something wrong with the coding that says something about it codes that as a counterattack, but it definitely isn't a counterattack. I looked it up, and it says that he attacks whenever somebody, with his A1, whenever somebody takes damage from his poisons. The word counterattack is never in there, so I don't think it should be coded as a counterattack because it's not. Counterattack basically works when you get hit, you attack back, you counterattack. This has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with being hit. For example, if you were to stun, try and hit Theodore, then as long as he takes a poison, he still does that, which means it's not a counterattack. It is completely separate from that. But it does seem that he is not counterattacking ever, which is decreasing his damage some, which is a bit frustrating, right? Because he does great damage, but it seems like we're missing several million damage from those counterattacks. That's just an error in the game code. And I'm going to do my best to bring this to Plarium's attention. It's much more difficult for me because I'm not in the content creator program yet. That is definitely a goal that I'm working towards. But I'm not in the content creator program, so I can't, just ping them directly. I'm not in the content creator chat where they ping back and forth with developers and the social media, the people that work back and forth with the content creators, and they send them messages and give them updates and stuff like that. I'm not in that chat, so I don't have access directly to Plarium. So I'll do my best to raise that because I do think it's an issue. I think it's a bug. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run. I'm going to turn my camera off and probably put it on 2x speed. But you'll see here that we take a ton of turns. He doesn't place a ton of poisons, Chaagur, but he does hit pretty hard. And he gets all those free little hits when the clan boss takes damage, like that right there. And he's got War Master, he's got Brimstone. He just got hit again, no counterattack. So I'm going to let this run out. I still think the damage is pretty spectacular. Way better than I expected. And I think you guys will be pretty surprised. We're already over 2 million per damage, and it should only ramp up as the clan boss run goes on. Just from the numbers I've seen from screenshots, this looks like this is better than any clan boss team I've ever run in terms of unkillables. So let's go ahead and turn off the camera. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, probably turn some music on, and we'll come back at the end and take a look at the damage. Okay, guys, we are back. I had to re-add my camera in here. We're at turn count 45, and I've been watching this. Like I said, it's very slow. We're almost 30 minutes in, and I've been messaging Alpino, and he said this is one of the lowest runs he's seen, so it's not the best showcase. It really is kind of nerfed by that bug where Chagora isn't counterattacking, because he said that takes him about 10, normally adds about 10 million damage. It's still working in Hydra. It still works everywhere else. But for some reason, it's the poison thing where when he does that extra attack, it's registering or blocking a counterattack. I've been watching pretty closely the whole run, and we've seen 0 counterattacks from Chaagur. So I really think this is either a silent nerf that they did and didn't tell anybody, or it's just a bug. And I think Plarium really needs to address this. You know, they searched for Alpino, they searched for Chagora. I wonder if maybe Chagora was just too strong for the Sand Devil's Necropolis. And so because of that, they kind of nerfed him because they wanted him to be doing more normal stuff. But again, gets hit, does not counterattack. And he's seen over 150 million for this team. And now it looks like we're going to get just under 130 or maybe 125, which is still a great number, but it's not near as insane as it should be. So again, I'm going to do my best to bring this to Plarium's attention, but it's definitely a little bit of a bummer. And hurts Chagur's value for sure. Currently running my free-to-play in the background, just trying to work on that. I'm hopefully going to put out a video either today or tomorrow updating that. It's been slow going. Had all my shard luck early on, and pulled some sacreds and some ancient since then. I've yet to get a void epic or legendary, or even a good void rare. So my void luck has been terrible. I did get a good epic from a sacred the other day, so I'll include that in the video. I think I've got the 5 that I want to take up to 60. And so we're just going to keep progressing there, keep grinding. So be looking for that video to come out soon. Also, if you guys like the clan boss content and the free-to-play content, please drop a subscribe on the channel. My goal is to be posting daily from here on out. The channel's growing, and I'm definitely working on making some improvements. You know, I've started using the camera. I've bought this mic. I want to buy a ring light so the lighting is a little bit better. You'll notice it in the background here. It kind of like flickers on and off. This is just my ceiling light. So that's definitely an improvement I want to make. And there's some other things, maybe a boom arm for this so it doesn't have to sit in front of me. So yeah, really excited just where the channel is headed. Looks like we're going to be just under 130 million. Get a few extra hits here and another hit from Chaagur before we end. Tidor is interesting. I don't really think of Tidor as a clan boss champion, but he definitely is putting in the work here. He enables this comp with the speed if you don't have Lydia. So really cool champion, really cool numbers. Should be about to be done. This tune takes so many turns. One more hit. Boom, we're dead. Let's see. Final damage, 129.56. So Cardiel, 22 million. Tidor, 30 million. Chaagur, 51 million. That's insane, guys. Demitha, 7.6. Seeker, 17.9. I think that's pretty phenomenal. I think that is pretty cool. 51 million, that's turbo numbers. That's above Annex numbers. That is pretty spectacular from a champion that I definitely had underrated in the past. So, like this video, maybe leave a comment. The better this video does, the better chance we have of bringing this to Plarium's attention and helping out Chagor, but also helping out Alpino and people like him that are trying to use Chagor to his full potential. So, that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.